Got some good work again on the old multi-drop this week for 3 days of work, and I've managed to sort and secure some insurance as well, plus a couple of shout outs to some YouTubers. Hi everybody, Tuesday 16th of May. You may have seen a little video already earlier this week, but I haven't just got back, but I have got back from holiday, and I am now heading this evening. It's 6 p.m. to go and fill the van up ready for tomorrow. And the good news is I didn't think I would have any work tomorrow. I tried to get some quotes, put some quotes on the CX, didn't get a sniff, and my regular work supplier rang me and said, look, we've actually got a full day in now for you tomorrow if you want to come and do that, if you've not found work elsewhere. So that's a bit of a lifesaver for me. So I'm in tomorrow, multi-drop, ADR multi-drop all day, and that's going to help me out. Now, as you see in the other video, insurance is due for renewal, and I'm in the middle of trying to get some quotes. My existing insurer will not cover me from ADR anymore. They're pulling out of that market. They've offered me a non-ADR renewal of 2,400 and something, which includes the breakdown cover, the hire van and things like that, and legal assistance. I think I can get that cheaper anyway, to be honest. But I want the ADR cover, because if I'm going to continue working for these, I'm going to need it. And unfortunately, so far the best price I've got is 4,500, which is a rip-off. Now, Neil Neptune Couriers has kindly given me a link to someone to try, so I'll be trying them. And Toby has put me onto his insurance company who he uses, and I'm going to be trying them as well. I actually have contacted them. They're going to get back to me. I've got 1 year's now no claims bonus, not had a claim. I've got a good driving record. I do have an SP30 because I picked up a fixed penalty last year, but other than that, everything's cool. It's just me that drives the van, so I'm hoping to get it a bit cheaper if I can. If I can get it for 3.5, I'll be happy. I still think that's too high, but we're going to keep quoting, going to keep looking. So I'm just about to fill the van up now, ready for tomorrow. Heading to Tesco. I don't even see how much it is. Oh, it's not little, but it's usually the best one round here anyway. I still haven't got a fuel card. I still keep putting it off. I know I should really get one, but I just like the convenience of going where I want. And Tesco, generally, it's not too far from me, and it's usually quite good. So, Tesco it is. How much are they charging per litre now? Let's have a quick butcher's. 140 a litre. That's not bad, is it? I know before you say it's not, I get it for this much on my fuel card, but I go where I want, and it's just the way I work. Anyway, I'm off. I'll keep in touch how the week goes and how the insurance goes. Right, it is, what day is it? Oh, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday today. And I've just finished my multi-drop. It's 2:30. That's not bad at all. So they've done me a solid today, give me a nice easy run. And I've just completed my last one, and I'm in Stockport. For those who know, I'm just near the pyramid, and I'm making my way to the motorway, the M60. I'm just getting the right lane and heading home. So that is a nice easy start back to my working week. Don't know if I'm in tomorrow. He'll let me know later. I was quite surprised to be in today, and pleased that he managed to make a run up for me. And it obviously wasn't all that busy, because I finished it rather quickly. Anyway, on the subject of insurance, which is the reason why I'm giving you an update, I've had a call back from one of the many recommendations of people, and the company that recommended were recommended by Toby from Firkin Freight. Have got back to me, and they've given me a price of £3,500 with the full ADR cover, no restrictions, and that will include breakdown cover 2 and 2 weeks van hire in the event of an accident, fault or non-fault, or a theft. So that, whereas it's more than I paid last year compared to what I've been getting, is a pretty good quote, although I've not told them that. They are still looking, they said, to see if they can get anyone to come in cheaper than that. But having getting at that price, I will proceed at that. Just giving the others a chance to get back to me. I don't know which underwriter they've placed it with, and I'll tell you the name of the brokers if you're interested, if I decide to go ahead with that one. So at the moment, my best price is down by £1,000. I've tried quite a few. Some of the recommended quote people, they just wouldn't touch the ADR. But I do thank everyone for putting me onto their relevant insurers. But as much as it's like 600 quid more than last year, it still means I'm going to be properly covered, because I don't believe in cutting corners. If I'm going to do ADR work, I want to make sure I've got the right insurance. I know there are some people out there who haven't got it. It's like when the shippers put something like ADR aware or must have a fire extinguisher, so the driver doesn't need an ADR license. But realistically, do their insurance company know that they're picking up goods that are potentially hazardous, even if they're not in scope? You know, I doubt it very much, but it's a very grey area, that. Anyway, so that's the situation at the moment. So I'm going to wait to see if I'm back on the run tomorrow. I hope I am. Money's good. If not, I'm going to be keeping my eye on the CX feed to see if there's anything coming out that's worth bidding for. The ironic thing was, there was a couple of ADR jobs came out this morning as well in the northwest that I would have bid for. I'm not saying I would have got them, but I certainly would have bid for them. But now that I'm kind of free and able to bid for something, nothing's showing. But you never know, they might get back to me and confirm that they want me tomorrow. Hope they do. But it all depends on just how busy they are, because they are now fully staffed. It's just that they ended up getting a few more things in than expected yesterday. But I secretly think he's kind of made up a run for me. In which case, it was very generous of him to do that. Maybe they just don't want me to get snapped up by somebody else. You never know. I might be getting that good for him, eh? Either things aside, I'm going to give it another day or so on the insurance quotes, and if nothing better comes along, I'm going to get that one arranged ASAP then, so I can get everything sorted out and done early for that trusted, because I know James had a few issues with his insurance getting the uploads through in time. Right, good morning, Friday 19th of May, and yes, we are on the multi-drop again. I'm heading in this morning. Got 2 drops on board that I couldn't get delivered last night. I tried my very best to get them done. I did my last drop at 5:45, which is a bit above and beyond, I know, but I just feel as though I like to do my best to do them. And I got an early finish the day before, so fair's fair. But there were 2 I couldn't do. They're not alarmed about it. I just don't like not being able to do them. So I'm going in today, got another day on this multi-drop. Next week, who knows? Don't know what's going to go on. Couple of things happened yesterday. Got another phone call about the insurance. That was a quote at 3,650, so not as good as the initial one. So it's looking like it's going to be around 3,500 to do the insurance. I'm going to organise that hopefully today. you don't get much chance to do things when you're doing the multi-drop, so it's difficult to arrange things when you're driving. But if there's a time today at some point where I can pull over for half an hour and get it arranged, I know it's not due till 14th, 15th of June, but I do want to get it all boxed away, get it all uploaded. And I also had to re-tax the vehicle because the tax is due at the end of May. So that's £320 for the year. I think that's gone up from last year. Nothing ever goes down though, does it? So I've re-taxed it. And we had a little blip, a little alarm, a little moment of concern with the van. I was driving to my first drop yesterday and I went to the furthest one away. So I went from sort of like Lee, which is outside of Manchester, to Crewe, which is, you know, ordinarily would be about a 40-minute drive, but with rush hour, etc., it was on the sat nav, it was going to be an hour. Got myself on the M6, and then maybe half an hour down the M6, the alarm went on the van, an alert, and it said water temperature, and I looked and the water temperature wasn't in the red, but it was kind of at the 3/4 mark, which I thought was a bit, you know, worrying. I had turned my aircon on because it was quite warm and the sun was coming through the windscreen, so whether that was something to do with it, I don't know. Anyway, I immediately turned off the aircon, turned on the heating in the van. The temperature dropped down to normal. And when I got to my first drop, I did the delivery, popped the bonnet, and checked the water. And it was low. The water was lowish. It wasn't super low. And it might have been low for a good while, I don't know, because although I check the oil every day, I always just glance at the header tank to see that the water level's right, and it's always bang on. What I don't do is open up the bottle and look inside. And what I've realised is that the header tank has got so dirty, if you like, that you can't, it's just got a permanent mark where the water should be. And I've just been assuming that's where the water is. When I looked in it, it wasn't, it was below that. It was actually nothing in the header tank, and it took about, I don't know, I'd say a litre of water to bring it up to the right level. So, have I got a water leak? I don't know. Has this been going on for a while? Because, I'll be honest, I've only been just looking at the header tank to check my water, looking at what I thought was a level, but that is actually just a mark, and you can't really see through it. So I'll be sure to be checking it all today. I checked it this morning before it went out. It's fine. I checked my oil, fine. I checked to see if there's any, you know, mayonnaise type stuff there. Have I got a head? Is the head gone? I don't know. But it's running fine. It was only a brief blip, so I don't know what's going to cause that. And I want to give a couple of shout outs, if I may. I want to give a shout out to Freddie Fletcher Limited, James, who's got a channel. I'm sure a lot of you know him, but if you don't follow his channel. He's just shy of 1,000 subscribers, and it'll only take a little push to get him over. And you'll really enjoy his channel because, unlike me, he's a shipper as well. So he explains things from a shipper's perspective as well as being a driver, and he's always got some great tips and things like that, how to grow your business, and really useful, good information. And he's a good lad as well. He's a really nice fella. So if you get a chance, Freddie Fletcher Limited, give them a like, a follow, a subscribe, and a shout out to a fairly new YouTuber who I've started to follow myself, Robert Ben Transport. He's from north of the border, and I've watched a couple of his vids now, and I quite like him. Quite funny and all. He's got quite a good sense of humour, and he has a bit of banter with his workmates, and I think it's worth following him. Again, he does slightly different work than what I tend to do. I think he has a lot of his own work, a lot of furniture type shifting, and then looks on the CX for backloads. But again, I think the more YouTube channels that you follow, the more of an overview that you're going to get. And give them both a follow if you don't already. So we're heading in today. Got to sort out the insurance today, hopefully. And then I'll sign in again later when I finish the run, just to round off what would have been a short week because of my holiday. And I'll see you in a bit. Right, well, it's Friday afternoon now. I've finished. I did my last drop at 4 o'clock, so it wasn't a bad day. I've got 2 collections on board that I've done, but I rung them and they said bring them in Monday because we'd like you to come in Monday. So that's great. I don't have to drive all the way back to the depot to hand them in. They'll just live on the van for the weekend. And I'm done. Brilliant. And I've got work with them next week. I think they want me most of the week anyway, so that's great. I've also found time to park up and ring and arrange my insurance, and it's turned out to be not a bad deal after all, really. The brokers, who are One Answer, have placed me with Somerset Bridge Insurance Company. It's comprehensive, obviously got the hire and reward cover, and it's got the hazardous goods cover as well. Now this premium, I didn't realise the quote that they gave me actually included my goods in transit and public liability cover. So the premium is £3,540. That includes £2 million worth of public liability cover. It includes £50,000 worth of goods in transit cover. It covers me for 2 weeks hire van cover in the event of a fault or non-fault accident or a theft. And it gives you a like-for-like van, so in my case a long wheelbase van. It gives me breakdown cover, and also gives me what's called excess cover. So although there is £1,000 excess, I have excess cover and I can claim the cost of the excess back. So effectively it has no excess. And that premium, as I said, was just over £3,000 for the £500. So I think, because before I was paying separately for my goods in transit and my liability, and so that's 300 quid ish. I've got my breakdown cover included. Well, that's going to cost the best part of 150, 200 quid, isn't it? So that's not a bad deal. It's not ideal, obviously, but I wanted to make sure I had the hazardous goods cover. So bear in mind, people, if you're thinking of getting yourself an ADR license, you need the correct insurance and you are going to pay a premium for it. So that's done. I've got it up, I've set it all up, paid me money, and I'm skinned. No, I'm not skinned, but I've been lucky, haven't I? I've actually managed to put some money away, and so whereas previously I paid it monthly, this one I just paid it all at once, because I did well over the last month or two with this multi-drop work, and saved myself a few quid in the process of interest charges. I've taxed the van, as I said before, so everything's sorted out now. They're going to send me all the uploads through. All I've got to do is provide them with proof of no claims bonus, but I can't actually give them proof of no claims bonus until my own policy expires on midnight on the 14th of June. So they just diaried it for a couple of weeks after that, and providing I can give them evidence of having 1 year's no claims bonus, I'm sorted. So a big thanks to Toby from Firkin Freight for recommending that brokerage to me. I think it's not a bad deal when you consider everything together. I know I could have probably got it for less than £2,000 if I didn't want the hazardous goods cover, but because I'm doing this work, I need it. So I'd have to give up this job, this work I do, if I wasn't going to have the hazardous goods cover, and then I'd be scratching around for work, wouldn't I? So this is for the best, I believe, and that's me sorted for another 12 months with the tax and everything else. The only thing I'll have to do is renew my courier exchange, but because when I took it out I got a 3-month extra deal on it, plus another 3 month on top of that, as in 1 month, so in total I have 4 months. So I shouldn't need to consider renewing my courier exchange until October, and we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, and we'll see what kind of deals on offer. At the moment I'm hardly doing any work at all on the courier exchange, but that could change, couldn't it? So that's it for this week. Next week I'm on the old multi-drop, certainly on Monday, and hopefully for the bulk of the week, which helps me build up some more equity for the company, because I've had a significant payout, and probably won't be touching much on the courier exchange. We'll see. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for everyone who subscribed and got me up to that number. I don't care beyond now, I just wanted to get to that number. I'm really chuffed. But if you do want to subscribe to the channel, please subscribe to it. It's free, it doesn't cost you a penny. All it does, it helps the channel get further out, and hopefully other people can benefit from watching the videos if they're used to them. If you like the channel, please just give us a thumbs up, that'd be great. Again, helps the channel get out. Don't forget to check out those 2 channels I recommended to you. Hope you're all having a great time, and we'll see you soon. Thank you very much.